UK citizens will have to have it, but won't have to carry it with them. It's not like an ID card, a physical ID card, where you'll be required to, as you move around the country, have it with you and show it. It will be compulsory if you want to work in this country. This isn't a heavy-handed approach. We're not planning to go around finding people, but what we are going to do is make sure that everybody's got one.
This government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Because now it's time for digital ID. Okay, 17 countries have rolled out or passed digital ID laws in the last 3 months.
Can you do me a favor and explain to me what digital ID is first?
It's implemented in stages, though, too. So
it's implemented in stages. So digital ID is essentially tying your biometric. The ultimate goal is tying your biometrics to a essentially IP address on maybe, let's say, a blockchain, so that you can have your own social credit score based on the things you say, the things you pay, and the things you do. Very Black Mirror. Very 1000% Black Mirror. So basically every single Revelations type prophetic show that you've ever watched, that.
Because when I think of digital ID, I have been flying a lot lately, especially with Delta, and it has digital ID on it, and it's awesome because you walk up and you're like, it shows your picture. I TSA pre-check and digital ID. I walk up, don't take my shoes off, my belt off. It scans my thing. They don't need my boarding pass. They don't need my passport. They don't need anything.
Well,
I'm in. I'm like, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah, it is awesome. Don't get used to traveling though. Because beyond in this podcast, they're gonna flag your ass here in about 2 years. Yeah, bro. You won't even be able to start your car. Right, so it's that like inability to be able to buy or sell unless your social credit score checks out. So there's 17 countries that have all rolled out or passed this. Okay.
Tell you what it is. It's in Revelation 13, and it talks about in the future. John was given a vision of the future. Not John the disciple, not John the Baptist, John the disciple. Yeah, he was given God showed him what was going to happen in the future, right? And he said, no man can buy or sell unless he takes the mark in his right hand or upon the forehead. Now this isn't the mark, but it's laying the foundations for it. They want everything cashless. They want everything digital, everything you do, everything you buy, everything. It's got to go through them. If you're not complying, then basically you're against the system and you'll be beheaded for it. This is what the Bible's teaching. Now people are starting to comply with what's happening. People are just walking around shopping. Of just like town is no different to what every other day. It's like nothing's happening.
Shalom is real. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying and straight to the point. All roads lead to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID implantable microchip, which you see on the screen. Now, this digital ID that the UK has made mandatory is to combat illegal immigration. So they say. Now, we know that a digital ID has no effect on stopping illegal immigration. At least I can say that for certain over here in America, because illegals get paid under the table with cash. They come over here with no ID. They get paid under the table with no ID, so forth and so on. Now, a digital ID is one of the first steps to a social credit system, which involves a central bank digital currency. Now, when you tie all these things together, it completely, or should I say the system completely stops illegal immigration. Because with a system like that enabled, there's no way a person can get paid without the government knowing about it. So I say all of that to say this. Now you see over here in America why they're making a big deal, or should I say more of a big deal, of a massive deal about illegal immigration, ICE. The propaganda is running rampant, okay? Because ultimately, the solution is going to be similar to the UK solution, a digital ID. We continue to tell you that Esau is a one-trick pony. And ultimately, that digital ID is going to lead to the mark of the beast. Now, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. It reads, "And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision." What are the visions? The prophecies. "And make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie." Right. So these visions, these prophecies that the Heavenly Father have set in play are set for an appointed time. Okay, an appointed year, month, hour, minute, second. But they are going to happen. "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." Right. And it's no longer tarrying. It's to the point now that every Joe Smo knows what the mark of the beast is. And we always say that the Heavenly Father is not trying to trick you. When the hour of temptation comes and this RFID microchip is made mandatory to the world, the ones of you that accept it, Adawan Ratazar, I don't, the ones of you that accept it are going to make a conscious decision to accept it and take it. All right. To try to save your life on this end. Yahushua said, those who try to save their lives shall lose it. And those who lose their lives for his sake shall gain everlasting life, roughly paraphrasing. Well, we are in these times. It's as simple as that. Real quick, this reads, "The Quarry, 1948, George Orwell refers to the year which George Orwell wrote his dystopian novel, 1984, which was published in 1949. The novel is a warning against totalitarianism, featuring a society under constant government surveillance, led by a figurehead Big Brother. Orwell wrote the book as a reaction to the rise of totalitarian regime like Nazism and Stalinism, and it continues to be a significant work due to its themes of surveillance, propaganda, and the erosion of individual freedoms." Okay? And ultimately, this is what Sleazy E is trying to accomplish. This is his enterprise, okay? This is the enterprise that he wants, a complete digital system, okay? A digital dollar, surveillance, mass surveillance, and control over the people, okay? And we know that what do you need for an enterprise such as this? Digital IDs, okay? Mass surveillance, mass data, okay, compilation. And is that not what Trump did with Palantir? Okay, New York Times, Trump taps Palantir to compile data on Americans.
In Croydon, where the Metropolitan Police have deployed London's first permanent static facial recognition cameras, which scan the faces of every single person walking down Croydon's main shopping street. These cameras are turning Croydon's main shopping street into a mass police lineup, checking the identity of everybody who walks past, comparing every single person against a massive police watch list. This kind of surveillance is unprecedented in the Western democratic world. It's used in China, it's used in Russia, it's not used in democracies in Europe or the US or Canada. Big Brother Watch is supporting a legal challenge by our director Silky Carlo and Sean Thompson, an anti-knife crime activist. Sean was wrongfully identified by the cameras in London Bridge and detained for a long period of time. We're now supporting and challenging the lawfulness of the Metropolitan Police's policies, whether they can use this technology. We want it off our streets.
So you're witnessing this technology being implemented in real time. Okay? So let's end it with, let's run through these. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. And this is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. All right. Because even though he's going to implement some of his enterprise, which is this new world order that consists of a digital cashless society, a surveillance state, martial law, all those things that were written in George Orwell's book. Okay. He's not going to bring it to fruition. All right. So it reads Job 5 and 12. It reads, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So this totalitarian state is not going to, or should I say Esau's wet dream is not going to last long, and it's not going to be fully completed. Thus saith the Lord. All right. So, hey, man, time is moving. Okay. Prophecies are screaming. Things are moving fast. We're almost out of here. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel.